The microphone you use on camera can create a halo effect. Let's talk about it.
From the mind of Mark Yoshimoto
So
Nemkov.
I just got off a session with a client in the UK. They're 8 hours ahead of me. And the funny thing that happened was right away, first thing, as soon as I turn on my video, was the producer. There were two members of the team, of the client's team there. The first thing the producer said to me was, "That is a much better microphone than what we have in our studio." And what they were seeing is exactly what you're seeing right now. This is, what I use on the channel is mostly just the webcam I use for sessions. So he clocked it as a U87 right away, and I could tell by the look on his face that he was pleased by that. He was pleased by the fact that I had this mic here. Now, right off the bat, I was very happy that I had chosen the 87, mostly for its sound. But that was not that was a consideration I had made also, because this was the first time meeting this client on camera. I had done a bunch of narrations for them over the past few months. But this was the first time I had actually done a session with them. They had a package of 3 videos, and they had something specific they needed done with them. So it was worth doing a session. And the first impression that I made with this team that I've worked with before, but we've never seen each other, was very positive. And that is so important. In a super competitive field like voiceover, making your client feel comfortable, making your client feel confident that you have the right tools for the job is really, that should not go unnoticed or unconsidered. Because it truly is, it's important how you present your brand, especially to your clients. Because again, this is such a super competitive business. And if I had shown up to the session like in a bathrobe, right, that probably wouldn't have been so good. But I wanted to put my best visual foot. I probably could have worn a nicer t-shirt, but I wanted to make sure that they saw a professional quality microphone, and it absolutely was the right choice. So what am I saying here? I mean, again, it's all about the sound of your voice product. You are selling the naked, unadorned sound of your voice. That is your product. But you are the brand. And if you show up on camera and you don't look the part, it may not, it may affect how the client thinks of you. I mean, unless you're just, if your whole swerve is that you're a little bit different and off the beaten path, a little, just a little eccentric, then you can get away with it. But, I don't want to burden the client with anything like that. I just want them to know that I'm going to deliver a great read using, using tools that make them feel like, oh, okay, he's he knows what to do and what to do it with. And yes, that does kind of fly in the face of what some people say. It doesn't matter what microphone you use. I mean, I've said that many a time. But the consideration here is that the first impression that I made meeting this client was very positive. And part of that was because I presented the correct microphone. Now, you may think that it's not fair, that people will judge you on camera for what microphone you use, what clients will think compared to what the work sounds like. But that's not the world we live in. You have to play the cards you're dealt, not the cards you wish you were dealt. And, in this world, people will make a judgment about your product based upon what they think of your brand. And if your brand presents as confident and capable, you're ahead of the pack. So I just wanted to mention this, because it does kind of bother me a little bit that I had to make a conscious choice of that I wanted to present this microphone in order to look professional the first time I met this client. But it's like wearing a suit to a job interview. You don't go to a job interview wearing a sports jersey unless you're working at a sports jersey store. So anyway, yeah, make that great first impression and then go kill the job. Go just nail it. All right? What do you think? Have you had a halo effect experience? Have you had someone basically look at you when you were doing something and think very positively of you for it without even before they even got to know you? Let me know. All right. Until next time, this is Mark Yoshimoto Nemkov, fading to black.